Okay guys, so this is going to be our third and final video for our Thunkable Frogger Crossy Road type game. So basically the idea is going to be we need to make sure that they can win and lose this game. Now, to win, the player needs to get up to that top row. Now, in terms of programming it, that means that their Y position is going to be less than 50. Great, cool. We just need to check if their Y position is less than 50. Awesome. Now, to lose this game, they have to be hit by one of these cars. That means we're going to have to sort out collisions. Now, we're going to do both of those things, but before, we need to add 2 alerts to our game. If you go into the Design tab and search the word alert in your components, I'm going to add 1 to the screen to start off with, and I'll walk you through it. Now, this alert is going to show up when they lose the game. So I'm going to rename it first. I'm going to call it Game Over Alert. And just in case it's not clear, an alert is a pop-up. So it's going to have a title, a message, and it's going to have at least 1 button. The title is going to say Game Over, and the message will say you lost. Damn, that sucks. Or something to that effect. Okay, now the confirm button should say restart, and because there aren't any options other than restart, let's hit X on the cancel button, and that will make sure that only 1 button does appear. Okay, cool. Now, we need a second alert. What I suggest you do, hit duplicate on this here, and we've got one that has, it's called alert 1 again, but it's got game over, you lost, restart, and nothing in the cancel button. That means we only have to change a couple things. I'm going to call it win alert, change the title to you won, and change that to congrats, good work. Cool. So now we've got 2 pop-ups that we can work with to make sure that our player knows if they win or lose. Now we're on to programming. Let's head over to the blocks. Now let's make the win condition first. Now we're going to check this every time the player jumps, because that's the only time it really matters. They can't win without jumping up to that level. So we'll say when the player jumps, let's check if they've won. Let's duplicate this from button right, because we're going to use part of it. After they jump and we change their Y position, we're going to check if their Y position is less than 50. Now let's kill that bit there. We just want the if statement. If the player's Y position is less than 50, then they've won. Let's go over to the win alert and call show. When their position is less than 50, we're going to show the win alert. And when they click the restart button, we're going to call the start game function. And that's going to restart the game. Cool. Sounds good. But our start game function is missing a fairly important line of code that is actually going to reset the player's position back down to the bottom of the screen. We're going to move the player to a certain XY position. It's going to be the same one that we set up earlier when we were putting the beaver into the right spot. Now that is 150 on the X and 425 on the Y. So now whenever we call this, the game is truly ready to start. I would give that a test right now, but quite honestly, I'm not confident that I would win first try. Let's go and... actually no, let's do this. Okay. Now, there's a really easy way to actually test the game so that you win every time. And that is setting all of the cars' speed to 0 when this game starts. So, when they start the game, their speed is going to be a random integer from 0 to 0. Let's give it a test. Cool. So you can see here that the cars are not moving because I set their speed to 0. That's perfect. Let's jump up to the top and see if we can win. You won! Congrats, good work. Let's restart. And restarting seems to work well too. Great. Now, let's get back to it. What we're going to do is we are going to make sure that we return the speed to what it was before. Because if we don't, then the game is well, far too easy. Okay, now we need to check if the player is going to collide with any of our cars. That is going to be in the canvas event blocks. You can see here when player type collides with, and then we can set any other type. I'm going to say car type. So when any player collides with any car, we're going to do some stuff. And that stuff is going to be showing the game over alert. When show is done, we are going to start the game. Now, let's give this a go. And I'll show you one more thing that we should probably add to just make the game a little more fun. Okay, now you can see that the cars are moving again. That's great. Now, if I jump in front of one of them, you can see the cars all still move. You can see that our alert has worked, which is great. But you can see the cars still move, and when they hit you again, it's just going to keep on spamming you with that alert, which is not fun because you've got to hit it a few times. What we're going to do is we are going to go right ahead and use this neat little block here. In motion, we can tell the game to stop all the sprites on canvas 1. Now we can do that when we lose. We can do that when we win as well. It's up to you. May as well. Oh, I don't know. That's up to you. Now, let's give that another go. See how that looks, see how that feels. Damn, good. Okay, game over, you lost. Damn, that sucks. And the game is stopped in the background, which looks realistic. That's sort of what you expect with games. So, that is looking really good. Let's hit restart. Damn. You can see now, we actually have a proper game on our hands. Damn. Now, that's it. That is the game done, completed. This is all the code you need. The canvas is actually really powerful. And while I say the game is completed, that is the most basic version of it that you can make that is a game. There are so many things you can do to this. You can change up the design, you can fix some of these things up, really style it out. You can add some extra things, like if we scroll down here, you can see that you can add sound. That's great. You can add some sound effects to it. You can add background music. You can do so much more with this game than we have already done. And that's what I hope you do. Cool. Have fun with it. Let me know how you go. Have a good time. And I will see you later.